Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our third class in our Intro to Taekwondo series. Today we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're going to be using our legs and jumping around. My name is Keith Walbon. I'm the chief instructor of KHK Martial Arts. You can check us out on the web, on Facebook, on Instagram. Check us out, like our posts, and you can watch these videos as often as you like to. So today we're going to talk about a couple of new Korean words first before we get started. So let's bow in. So remember what our attention word is. Feet together, hands by our side, chariot, and then bow, kinye. All right, good job. All right, so today's new words, we're going to talk about what we call our school. So every martial arts school in Korea is called a dojang. So a dojang means the place where we study our art form. While we're there, we always are wearing our uniforms, and you'll see us wearing, mine's kind of fancy. This is my dress uniform, but we call these our dobok. So our dress for doing our art form. So those are our two new Korean words for today. Dojang means the school where we study our martial arts, and dobok is what we wear while we're practicing our martial arts, okay? All right, so we're gonna warm up our bodies a little bit. We're gonna get our bodies pumping, so we're gonna just get right into it. So we're gonna do a couple of things that we do with our competition team just to get their quads and legs warmed up, ready to go. And we call them our jump squats, but we're gonna jump and we're gonna switch our feet every single time we jump up in the air. So we're gonna start in our back stance that we taught before. Remember, our feet are in an L, 3 foot lengths apart. Our back foot, most of our weight's on. Our front foot nice and light. Hands are up in our guard. We're gonna just squat down just a little bit, and then we're gonna jump up in the air, and we're just gonna switch our feet. So we're gonna squat, jump, and switch our feet. Now, when we land, we don't wanna land super, super hard, super stiff. We don't wanna hurt our knees or our ankles, so we're gonna pretend like our legs are actually shock absorbers. They're like springs when we land. So when we land, we wanna land a little soft. So you'll see my body will actually go down just a little bit as I'm landing, just to make sure I'm not jamming my knees or my ankles. So we're gonna do 10 of these. I'm gonna count in Korean. Remember, we're gonna go up to 10, so we're gonna go 5 on each side. If we have a chance to get the words up on screen, we can, but I'll say them out loud. You guys repeat them after me while we're jumping. Ready? Here we go. Hana. 둘. 셋. 넷. 다섯. 여섯. 일곱. 여덟. 아홉. And 열. Good job. All right. So that's going to warm up our legs a little bit. We're going to warm up our upper body now by doing a plank. So some of us may not be able to do a push-up yet. That's okay. You'll learn eventually, and we can do just the best we can. But the first thing is we got to learn what our body position needs to be in order to do a really good push-up. So we're going to work on our plank. The goal is to keep our body as straight and as flat as we can in relationship to the floor and our arms. So we're going to get down. We want our arms directly underneath our chest. We don't want them in front of our head. Don't want them way back here right now, but just straight up and down. It's called perpendicular to the floor, okay? We're going to be up on our tiptoes, on our back with our feet. And you notice my body is nice and straight like a board. So all we're going to do is hold this position. So try not to let your belly start to fall towards the floor. Don't put your booty up in the air and have your arms in front. This is actually more of a downward dog pose for yoga. We're going to try and tighten up our belly muscles, tighten up our back muscles, and just stay here in plank for the count of 10. Here we go. Hana, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열. Good job. And relax. All right, so we're going to put our feet out in front. Let's just stay on the floor. We're going to stretch just a little bit. So let's put our feet out straight out in front of us. Bounce them up and down a little bit. Reach up way up high towards the sky. Deep breath in. And as we let it out, let's reach down towards those toes. Reach and hold. If you can only hold your tiptoes, that's fine. If you can only get your ankles, just hold on to your ankles and try and pull yourself forward just a little bit. You can feel a stretch in the back of your legs. If we point our feet forward, like we're on our tiptoes, we're gonna get a good stretch in our hamstrings, the top part of our legs in the back, right underneath our booties. And if we pull our toes backwards, we're gonna get a nice stretch right here in the calf, right between our knee and our ankle. So you can alternate that, you can change, you can go forward and back, forward and back. Good. All right, feet in for butterflies real quick, and then we'll get started. So we're not bouncing them up and down really fast. That'll hurt our hip flexors. We're just gonna gently press down. If you wanna press down with your elbows, lean your chest forward. If you're super flexible out there, you might be able to put your knees flat on the floor and lay down and just put your forehead on the ground. If you're doing that, that's awesome. Just leave your forehead right there on the ground, right in front of your toes. Good job. All right, shake them out, bounce them up and down a little bit. Now let's hop up. Okay, so today we're gonna work on 3 new things. All right, so last week we worked on our middle block, right? We worked on a knife hand strike and a side kick. Today we're gonna work on a high block, a hammer fist, and a jump front kick. So first we're gonna talk about our high block. Our high block, we're gonna take our hand that we're gonna block with, and we're gonna start it on the opposite side of our body. Now remember, the hand that we're not using, we're gonna stick out right in front of us, so keep a barrier between us and the bad guy. Okay, so our high block is gonna come up and across our face, and then end up over our head, where our forearm is protecting our head, not our hand. We don't want our elbow way out here, because if something hits us, we're trying to block it, our hand's just gonna hit our head, and that won't feel too good. So we wanna make sure our forearm is by our forehead. That's what we usually say. So if my forearm is pointing towards my forehead, then I know that I can have a pretty successful high block there. When we high block, you'll notice that my arm has an angle to it. The reason for that is if I'm trying to knock something away from me, I want it to go off to the side. If I try and stop something straight up, that impact is still gonna come down on my arm and make it go down, and it might hit my arm and my head. So if we're trying to stop something from hitting us, even a punch towards the face, we wanna make sure that our arm is angled and up. So we're gonna chamber our left hand underneath our right hand. We're gonna point our right hand forward. We're gonna step forward into that front stance. Remember our front stance? 4 foot lengths, like we're on railroad tracks, super, super strong train, pushing that car uphill. We're gonna start with that left hand underneath. We're gonna let our hips turn a little bit while we block, and we're gonna throw that block up as fast as we can. Boom, just like that. Good. Now I know a lot of us don't have a lot of space right now to practice. So what I'm gonna do is when I step in high block and I'm ready to do the next arm, I'm gonna step backwards. Then I'm gonna step forward with the other side. So step backwards, our feet are parallel right now. Our right hand is gonna be closed underneath, our left hand straight out in front. Let's step forward with our right foot into that front stance, twist our hips, and throw that block up super, super high. Make sure your forearm is in front of your forehead, not your hand in front of your forehead. And this part of our arm, our bicep, should be pretty close to our ear right now. So if anything's coming right over here, we're protecting that side of our body. Good. Let's do a couple more. Left hand, under, step forward, high block. Awesome. Step back, right hand, under, step forward, high block. Good. Let's do 2 more, right? Left hand, under, step forward, high block. And last one, right hand under, step forward, and high block. Good. All right, so that is called our high block. When anything's coming towards our head, that's really a good block to throw. If somebody's punching us towards the face, we can be high blocking. Somebody's swinging something at us, we can high block if it's the last thing that's necessary, our last resort. I really don't recommend blocking a baseball bat or a big old 2x4 with that, because it's gonna hurt. We wanna move out of the way of things that are gonna hurt us, right? But if somebody's throwing their arms or foot, we can block our head with our high block, okay? All right, now our offensive move we're gonna teach you today is our hammer fist strike. So everybody remember how we made a fist? We close down our knuckles, roll them over, our thumb wraps around the first 2 knuckles, and we squeeze our hand really, really tight. What that's gonna do is that's gonna make this muscle right behind our pinky, right on our hand, pretty strong, okay? So when we do a hammer fist strike, we're actually hitting like we're swinging a hammer. If we think about swinging a hammer down and hitting a nail, we've got to bring that thing way back, and it's got to come down with a lot of force and a lot of speed. We're going to do this in a front stance as well, but we're going to use the opposite hand of the foot that we're going to put in front. So this is going to be a little bit trickier, okay? So we're going to start our fist right here by our ear. What do we do with the hand that we're not using if we're using the other one? It's going to create a barrier between us and the bad guy. So this is our chamber for our hammer fist, okay? So when we do a hammer fist, we're going to come down just like we're swinging a hammer. So my left hand is chambered up. My right foot is going to step forward. So we're going to step forward with our right foot and swing downwards with our left hand, just like this. Okay, if you'll notice, I don't straighten out my arm or anything like that. It's still slightly bent. We don't want to actually lock out our arm when we're not hitting anything, because we can actually hyperextend our elbow just a little bit. So make sure that your arm stays bent when you're striking. Okay, so our right foot's going to move forward. Our right hand is in front. Our left hand is chambered by our ear. Let's step forward and downward hammer fist strike. 1. Just like that. Good. Step back. Let's do the other side. So our left hand is going out. Right hand is by our ear. Our left foot's going to step forward. Hammer fist strike. Good. Back. Let's do the other side. Hammer fist strike. And back. Other side. Right hand by your ear. Left hand straight out in front. And you'll notice, what am I doing with this straight arm? I'm pulling it right back over my belt, right beside my hip. Okay, 2 more. Here we go. Left hand up, step forward, hammer fist strike. 1 more, step back. Here we go. Right hand up, step forward, hammer fist strike. Good. All right, so those are the 2 moves that we're going to use with our hands. The third one we're going over today is, everybody remember the front kick? So what is kick in Korean? Kick is chagi. Okay, chagi means to kick. Up is front, so up chagi is front kick in Korean. We already know how to do that. We're just going to add a little bit of fun to that. So we're actually going to add a jump to that, right? Jump to that, twimyo, okay? So we're going to do a twimyo, up chagi. So we're going to do a jump front kick. So I'm going to do it sideways for you guys so that you can see. Actually, I'm going to go this way so that you guys can see. We're going to start in our back stance. When we jump, we're not trying to jump way forward right now. We're not trying to jump backwards. We're trying to just jump straight up in the air and kind of do that jump switch that we just did at the beginning. Everybody remember the jump squat we did? So when we do those jumps, that's exactly what we're going to be using for our front kick. But when I'm jumping up in the air, I have to bring my back knee up and then kick forward and then land. So we're going to jump up, kick forward, and then land. You'll notice I switched my feet. So the next time we jump, we're going to jump and kick with our back leg and land, okay? Just like that. Make sure that we keep our knee nice and high while we're doing that kick. We want to be able to just throw that kick, boom, and keep our knee up so that when we go to land, we're going to land nice and softly. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of those, right? 10 jump front kicks. Here we go. So our right foot's in front. We're going to use our left leg first. I recently had ankle surgery, so I'm not going to be able to jump super, super high. But if you want to jump super, super high, jump super, super high. Doesn't matter how high you go right now, as long as you don't hit your head on the ceiling and break your parents' light or anything like that. Okay, so jump and then front kick. And when we front kick, what do we want to do with our voices? We want to key up. Right? Key up means to yell, so we're going to yell. I'm not going to yell because it'll get really, really loud in your speakers, but I'm just going to count. Here we go. I want you guys to yell when I kick. You guys do it with me. Ready? Hana. Do. Good. You'll notice that the leg I'm not kicking with, I'm setting on the ground before the other one comes down, so I can get good balance. Set. Net. Dasa. Yasa. Ilgup. Yodo. Aha. And yaw. Awesome job. Good. So that's a jump front kick. We can add a jump to any kick, any hand move, any block, anything we want to. So get creative with it when you're practicing. Try and jump and do the side kick, jump and do this front kick, jump and spin, try and do some fun things with your body. Just be careful with landing and stuff. You make sure that you land softly so that your knees don't get hurt, okay? All right, so in the last class, we taught you Chun-Ji. Chun-Ji is the first form that we teach our white belts. Chun-Ji literally means the heaven, the earth, okay? It has 19 movements, and we went over the first 4 last class. So we're going to review those first 4, and then we're going to show you the next 4. All right, so Chun-Bi, we're in our ready position, right? Which is parallel ready stance. So we're going to do a low block to the left first with our left hand. And then we're going to punch, then low block this way, and then punch, okay? All right, so we're going to look the way we want to go. We're going to chamber that left hand on top. We're going to step into our front stance and low block. Awesome. Now step forward and punch. What stances are all these in? Front stances. Remember, we want to be on railroad tracks. Our feet on railroad tracks. So we've got to turn the other way, look, chamber, here it comes again. Low block. So we're in a front stance the other way with our right hand blocking. Good, make sure this back leg is nice and straight. Don't have it bent. Make sure it's nice and straight. Can't see your toes on the front side. Step and punch. 4. Good. So now we've done those 4 moves. We have to do 4 more. So now, remember, when we have a trouble turning, we can turn our hand and turn our blinker on, and that'll tell us which way to go. So whenever our left hand punches, the next turn is only going to be 90 degrees. One wall. Okay, so we're going to turn, I'm going to turn straight back to you. You should be turning straight back to me. Your left hand should be on top, right hand underneath. Turn straight towards me and low block. Good. Now step forward and punch. See, so all we're doing is repeating this low block punch pattern. Good. So we're going to turn our blinker. We're going to turn all the way around. When our right hand punches, we need to turn all the way around and face the opposite direction. So we need to travel 2 walls to go. So we have to turn all the way around and chamber this punching hand on top to get our low block. So we're going to chamber on top, turn, and low block to the back, and then step and punch. And this is number 8. So when we do number 8, we yell. So we're going to add a key up here. Get up! All right, so those are the first 8 moves of Chun-Ji. I know it's a little quick. We're going to do it again. Don't worry. Here we go. Chun-Bi, we're going to start again. So it's low block punch, low block punch, low block punch, low block punch. Pretty easy to remember. The only thing we need to know is which way to turn. We're going to turn the direction of the hand that we're punching with. So whatever hand we punch with, that's the direction we're going to turn our body. Here we go. 1, turn, low block. 2, step, punch. Okay, our right hand's punching, so we have to turn 2 walls. 3, turn, low block. 4, step, punch. 5, we only have to go 1 wall because our left hand is punching. Chamber that low block. Good. 6, step, punch. Turn this way. We got to go 2 walls now. Our right hand is punching. Turn. 7, low block. Step, punch. 8, and yell. Yell! Good job. All right, let's do that a little bit quicker now. So we should have kind of a feeling what we're doing. So we're doing the exact same 4 moves in a different direction. So the first 4, we're going left, right. The second 4, we're going back, front, front, back. So we're doing the exact same moves, just 2 different directions. So if you can remember that a little bit, it'll help. Here we go. Left hand on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Go! And bottom. Back to ready stance, right? Okay, so when we do those, you'll notice I was kind of moving my blocks and my punches a little bit quickly, but they were slower than usual so that you guys could see what happens with them. When we actually block and punch, we want to move those as fast as we can. So on this last try, let's try and move those blocks and punches as fast as we can. We're not stepping fast, we're just trying to do our arms super fast. So we have to turn our hips a little bit so that our arm moves really quick. Everybody ready? Chun-Bi and Si-Jack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get up! And bottom. Good job. Awesome. So now we've gone through 8 moves of Chun-Ji. How many moves does Chun-Ji have? Right, 19. So we are pretty much halfway through the form. So in class 4 and 5, we're going to finish up this form so that in class 6, you guys are actually going to be able to do the complete whole first form for white belt class, white belt level Chun-Ji. So if you're watching this and you're interested in this series and martial arts is something that you want to do, then come see us after. So we're going to have a special deal. If you can show us that you have watched all 6 episodes and are interested in joining classes, then we are going to give you your birthday month for free. So if you join us, you get a free month on whenever your birthday is. So if your birthday is in May and you sign up in May, you get that month for free. If your birthday is in June, July, etc., that month is completely free. If you've watched all 6 of these classes and want to sign up after these are over, okay? All right, so let's cool down just a little bit. So sometimes people say, oh, cool down, we're gonna just relax. So cool down means we gotta get our muscles back down to normal at a slower pace. So we're going to do a couple of jumping jacks just to kind of cool our body down. I know it sounds funny, but we're gonna go slow and we're just gonna keep our body moving down, and then we're gonna do a couple of stretches. So let's do 10 jumping jacks nice and slow. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, good. Oh, I just counted in English. I didn't count in Korean. I guess we're going to have to do 10 more. I'll count in Korean this time. So let's try and do them a little bit slower. Here we go. Hana, do, set, net, das, yas, il, yod, aha, yo. Good job. Awesome. So the words are coming up kind of quick. If you need them, they'll be on this video again. You can always watch it again on Facebook. Also, we'd like to have you. There's a Zoom link on this page as well. If you'd like to be part of our class with everybody else, just come into Zoom and you can be part of our class, and I can actually see what you guys are doing, and it's a lot more interactive, a lot more fun, okay? Awesome. Good job. All right. So that pretty much finishes class 3. In closing, we want to talk about a couple of little things. So again, here at KHK Martial Arts, we have our 5 C's. So we went over a couple of those. Remember, character, which means how good of a person we are to everybody, and courtesy, which also means how good of a person we are to everybody, right? But courtesy means to be kind. So I gave you guys homework last class to tell me ways that you could show courtesy at home, okay? So if you want to post in the comments, I want to see in that class how you guys show courtesy at home. Today we're going to talk about our 3rd C, which is control, okay? So we can control things only that we are involved in. So what that means is we have 3 things mainly that we can control. We can control our actions, we can control our words, and we can control our thoughts. So when we say we have good control, or you can even put the word self in front of it, self-control, that means that we control ourselves in a way that we need to for whatever's happening. So if you're taking a test at school and you want to talk to your buddy about the video game you guys played last night, that's not showing really good control if you're talking to your buddy during a test, right? If somebody has a funny haircut because all the salons are closed right now, then if you said, oh man, that haircut's funny, you look really, really funny, that's really not showing control with what we say either, is it? And it also goes to what we think, right? What our thoughts are. If you think people are being mean, or if you think mean thoughts towards somebody, that's still not showing control. So we want to be able to control those 3 aspects of our lives, and if we do that, then we will be in better control of ourselves, which is what we want. We want to be able to control ourselves and not have all the outside influences kind of tell us what to do and how to act, right? We should have good self-control. So that's the third C in our 5 C's. So please remember the first ones we talked about: character, courtesy, and now control. Okay? So we'll talk about the next 2, and then in class 6 we'll review all 5 of them. And then one last thing before we go today, if you'd like to support small businesses here in Tennessee, there is a program going on to help small businesses. There's a lot of talk going on about these big companies taking money from the smaller companies, and we're a small company. There's lots of small companies in Tennessee that need your help. So if you're interested in supporting small companies in Tennessee, small businesses, please go to www.hereforgoodtn.com. So they're selling t-shirts. You get to pick out the color of your t-shirt, whatever color you want, and then you have a pull-down menu of all the small businesses that have registered with them that are in Tennessee. So even if you're not in Tennessee and you would like to donate, then all you have to do is scroll down, and if you want to donate for our cause, then you go down through the scroll down menu, select KHK Martial Arts as the business that you would help support, and then purchase the shirt, and it'll be shipped to you. They've been coming pretty quick, probably in about a week or so. Okay, and so all the proceeds from this program go towards the businesses that you choose. So there's some businesses here in Tennessee that are actually surviving by you guys helping, and it's great. So it doesn't matter if you guys see a business in there that you'd rather support more than us. Please support whoever you want to, but go to that website and support our local businesses here in Tennessee. All right, so this session is halfway through. We've got 3 more classes. Remember, if you're interested for classes after we're done, it looks like we may be able to open pretty soon after this intro class is done. If you sign up and you took all 6 of these classes, you'll get your birthday month for free. Okay, so if you're interested, give us a call, send us a message on Facebook, however you want to, and get in touch with us. All right, so I hope everybody has a good day, and we will look forward to seeing you on Thursday. So let's bow out. We're going to put our feet together, hands by our side, chayut, and kinye. Good job. Hope everybody has a great afternoon. We'll see you on Thursday.